What's poppin', Rob Television? Welcome back to another reaction with your boy. As you can see by the title, man, yes, I'm back with another Larry Legend reaction video, man. I know y'all ain't seen my face in like a week, bro. Man, I hate that I took that long off, man. It's just, I don't know. I don't know, I can't even really explain it. But, man, like I said, my goal is to make sure that I keep you guys entertained, man, because you guys have shown me so much love, from subscribing to my channel, from commenting, liking all the videos. And I want to let you guys know that none of the love that you guys are showing me gets unappreciated. Whether I respond back within 5 minutes, whether I respond back to an hour, whether I respond back to 2 hours, 3 hours, or 24 hours, or, 2 days. But I never underappreciate any of the love you guys are showing me. Y'all showing me so much love, and, man, I'm just thankful to have you guys interacting with my videos. But as you can see, man, I did a poll on my channel. If you guys haven't, make sure you go interact with that poll. I mean, it's kind of late now because I'm already doing these videos. The poll was about this: who do you guys want my next 3 reaction videos to be on? And of course, Larry Bird ranked highest. He did 60% of Michael Jordan. But I'm going to be doing more polls and stuff in the future, just interacting with you guys. So make sure that you are subscribed, that way you get the notification whenever I do post on my community tab. And we can get that rocking and rolling. But you know how we do it here, man. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death, man. But before we get in this video, make sure you do me a big favor, man. Just off the strength of me coming back since I've been gone for too long, man. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. Click that post notification bell to be notified on all things Rob Television. Let's check it out.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol, and I want to.
Oh yeah, my bad. You can see by the title, but basically this is how did Scottie Pippen do against Larry Bird. As we know, Scottie Pippen was a prolific, defender, but it's only so much that you can do against greats like Mike, Larry, etc., etc., etc. So let's check it out.
Give a shout out to Sean David of the Basketball Time Machine.
That's how you can tell I've been gone for too long, man. I ain't even tell y'all the intro, man. Bad rock.
Hello and good day, everyone. How's it going? I'm Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're ready for some more old school NBA. Now, on today's show, we're going to take a look at one of the best matchups and also one of the most forgotten matchups in NBA history. I'm talking about Scottie Pippen versus Larry Bird. And we're going to take a closer look on how Scottie Pippen actually did against Larry. But before we start with this episode, a quick shout out to my Patreons. Thanks a lot, you guys, for supporting the show. Also great that it's getting more and more. Thanks so much, you guys. And I would say let's dig right into today's episode.
He plays him behind. He gets the ball. Your job is over, buddy. Bird for 2. Celtics lead with 3.6 seconds.
Johnson throws it away into the hands of Pippen, and it's a 3-on-1. Chicago and Pippen with a fake on Bird. And now
The 1980s were the toughest time in NBA history. You had some of the greatest rivalries ever. Many included not only the Celtics, but also Larry Bird. There were actually so many that most of them got forgotten. Or who do you know who still talks about the Larry Bird versus Marcus Johnson rivalry? Or Larry Bird versus Dominique Wilkins? By the way, working on a video on that, the Celtics were the team to beat in the Eastern Conference. And many teams just wanted to beat Larry so bad. Because Larry also would let you know how good he was, he became the target of almost everybody. But while the Celtics were dominating the East and were just about to be defeated by Detroit, there was a sleeping giant called the Chicago Bulls. Man, back in the days you had so many dangerous teams, it's unbelievable. Now, we all know that the 1980s had some of the greatest rivalries in NBA history. I'm talking about the Celtics-Lakers, the Pistons-Bulls, the Celtics-Pistons, but nobody talks about the Celtics-Bulls rivalry. Yes, while Michael Jordan was the clear superstar of the Bulls and the rivalry between Jordan and Bird was obvious, the even more interesting rivalry was between Scottie Pippen and Bird, since Scottie would guard Bird for the majority of their matchups. As we all know, Pippen was considered to be one of the best defenders of all time, but even in his early days, he already got the task to guard the key players.
That's one thing you can't say about Scott, though. Scott was given the task most of the time of guarding, the hardest opposing player. And he never backed down. He always showed up, and he always gave, the maximum effort, you know what I mean? Because, like, guarding people like Magic and Larry, bro, that ain't no easy task. And for him to actually, welcome that challenge, man, that goes to show a lot. I can always respect any, player that, that actually plays defense.
Key player of the
Shades
opposing
to
team.
today's NBA.
Just like he did in the 1991 NBA Finals between the Lakers and the Bulls, where Pippen guarded Magic like nobody else has ever done.
Going into the Lakers series, Phil had in his pocket the strategy that, look, I've got Pippen, who really plays point guard for us, point forward, runs the offense, and we'll put him on Magic at some point. We went to it in game 2, and it made all the difference in changing the Lakers' offense.
Michael had picked up 2 fouls early, and so it became necessary. And one of the things that Scottie did was he, on dead balls, he'd pick them up in the backcourt. He'd make Magic work. And Magic was good. He wasn't going to turn it over a lot, but he made him work to get the ball up the floor.
I knew that I could cause him a lot of problems. I watched Magic my whole career and even before my career, so I knew the style of player he was, and I knew what I could do to prohibit him from being as effective on the basketball court as he had been throughout his career.
However, this kind of confidence was something that Scottie had to build. And it all started in the year 1988 when the Chicago Bulls and the Celtics would face each other and a young rookie named Scottie Pippen would receive not too many minutes. But once he stepped on the floor, he got the job to guard the multiple MVP, Larry Bird.
Right, 6 to shoot. Bird in the right corner, fakes on Pippen. Larry Bird trying to back in on Pippen. 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock. Bird. No.
Rarely see that happen.
The Bulls get the ball. Defense, and they love it here in the stadium. Dennis Johnson standing dribble top of the key. Right side Ainge. Paxson on him. Bird wide right on Pippen. Long outside jumper is in.
You often see that happen.
With 4. Jordan hustles it up against Dennis Johnson. Baseline right. Dumps a pass underneath the Pippen for the layup and a foul call. Scottie Pippen's athletic ability around the hoop drew the foul on Robert Parrish.
And even though rookie Scottie Pippen had some nice highlights, at the end Larry Bird would destroy him, dropping 38 points. The second game also would not turn out too well for Scottie, since Bird dropped 33 points on him, but every match Scottie Pippen got better and better and better. And then there was his classic performance. It was the 4th of November in...
on players like, like I said, I don't know if I stated this at the beginning, but with players like Magic and Bird, especially Bird, it's only so much that you can do. Like I said, you can't really slow them. You can't really stop them. The only thing you can do is try to slow them down, try to disrupt, make it uncomfortable for them to where they can't really just do what they would normally do if they was a little bit more free. So all you can do is just kind of just be up in their face and kind of try to, that's about it. Just try to disrupt them and try to make them a little uncomfortable. Because you're not gonna stop them. Your biggest thing is just doing what you can do and just hope that it's just off night.
In 1989, and Bird
if it ain't
and
off night, they
Pippen
going for
would
about
have
40.
an epic battle.
The matchups tonight, probably this way.
Easy.
Pippen and Bird, Pinckney and Grant, Parrish and Cartwright, Bagley and Paxson and Jordan. 10 for 17. Pippen from the outside. Scottie Pippen's first 2 tonight. Crossed him on occasion on the offensive glass. Pippen the pull-up. Scottie Pippen has drilled his last 2. Bagley delivers the ball, and Cartwright is stealing a pass intended for Parrish. Again, the Bulls trying to get the running game going. Scottie to the hoop, scoop that one in. Nice feed by Jordan. The Boston lead is 1. Here's the show. Jim Paxson with it. 12 to shoot. Bird flips the pass to Parrish. The little shot of the lane is in. Training camp. I didn't see any of them. Scottie Pippen off the glass. Pippen with 10. Inside Bird gets the left hand flip to go. Larry Bird with 10 for the last shot. DJ Armstrong guarding him. Bird gets free on Pippen. Inside pass to Reggie Lewis for the layup. Reggie Lewis scores with 7 seconds left. The Bulls lead is 2. Bird a near steal, but Pippen has it. Scottie comes down, takes it on Parrish in for the left, shoots it up. What an acrobatic shot by
At the end, the Celtics would win that game by 2, but Scottie was able to match Larry's game that night. Now let's have a closer look at the numbers. Now, Larry Bird had 27, Scottie Pippen had 28, so very good scoring night for the both of them. But the first big difference you can see in the turnovers, Larry Bird had 7 turnovers.
Hey, it's a consistent trend about Bird. So it'd be like times where they'd be like, oh, this guy had a pretty good game against him. He did good, but it's always the same outcome. even though they had that good of a game, it's always, well, you know, there still wasn't enough to defeat Bird and Celtics. If you ever noticed that.
Turnovers that game,
Same
and 3
outcome.
of them was actually a steal by Scottie, so very good. Pippen, on the other hand, had only 2 turnovers, which is very good considering the many touches he had. And if we take a closer look on the rebounds and assists, you can see Larry Bird was a little bit better, but Scottie also had decent numbers. Both of them shooting 50+% from the field, so also very good. So both of them had a very good game, and as I already mentioned, that was the first time that Scottie could really match Larry. From that game onwards, now it was really a battle. The two would really go at it, and while Bird's back was getting worse and worse and he got slower, Pippen gained more confidence over the years and became an NBA All-Star. This would be one of the most interesting matchups over the next 2 years.
Go over the top, he plays him behind. He gets the ball, your job is over, buddy. Bird for 2. Celtics lead with 3.6 seconds.
That was a hell of a shot. But if you ever think about it, though, we can play the what if situation, right? So what if Bird would have never got hurt? Truthfully, because you got to understand, Bird was putting up phenomenal numbers and doing good against people. I'm talking about young guys in their prime, no injury, peak, no injuries. He was competing with those guys and, you know, outplaying a lot of those guys. So just imagine if Bird would have never got hurt. Bro, would it have even been a competition? Like, seriously, like, 'cause bad back and all, you know, ruptured Achilles and all, this man was still competing with the best. And I'm talking about these was guys that was in their prime compared to him and the injuries that he was dealing with. So if he would have never got hurt, bro, that would have damn near just been no competition, man. It would have been almost like practice.
6-7. Bird lost him on a screen. Hits the jumper.
Posting up his Bird against Pippen. 18 strip. Campbell has it. It's knocked away from him. Pippen leads to the shot. Pippen strong drive to the hoop.
I was telling my pops too, man. My pops was talking. I was telling him, man, I didn't realize that Larry Bird was as big as he is, man.
Larry rolling through. Tough shot. Yeah, the foul.
And one.
Johnson throws it away into the hands of Pippen, and it's a 3-on-1.
Larry wide open in the corner.
44 for Bird. Plenty of time to sight the hoop.
Those matchups were really incredible. Now let's have a look at their overall numbers and their matchups. Now, as you can see, Pippen and Bird played 14 regular season games against each other. 8 of those games went to the Chicago Bulls, 6 to the Boston Celtics. Now, if we take a closer look at the numbers, you can see that Bird had better numbers, but Pippen was definitely able to compete, which is more than you can ask for if we remember that Pippen also had those rookie games. The one stat that is outstanding to me is the shooting percentage. We can't forget that Bird was a lot older and unfortunately also retired in the year 1992, so that's the reason why we only got 14 regular season games, but it was great to have them. And Pippen always had a lot of respect for Bird.
Now to get the opportunity to go spend a summer with them and learn from them and, you know, see what their habits were and what they did in the summertime it was the greatest thing.
I mean, you've been to plenty of All-Star games before, but this is different.
It was totally different. I mean, I've hung out with Michael, but to have Larry there.
Who were the ones, like, whether they were good at it or not, like, who were the ones that were just gibber gabber the whole time?
I mean, Gary Payton talked a lot. But in my era, probably was Larry Bird.
Alright, you guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to hear podcasts with me and former NBA legends, please check out the Basketball Time Machine podcast on Spotify and on iTunes. And otherwise, all the best to you guys. See you next time.
All right, you guys, that's it for the video, man. If you did enjoy this video, man, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. Click that post notification bell to be notified on all things Rob Television. I'm out this thing. Gang.